Ready?
Yes.
Before you begin, could you hit the light switch, the top light switch on the right side? Thank you. When you're ready, please begin.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this emergency meeting that we have called for. I am Vishan Popit, the President of Saurer Corporation. This is going to be a long meeting, so make sure you are taking notes during the course of this entire meeting. The purpose of today's meeting is to talk about the new corporate culture that is hindering our performance. There is no sugarcoating in this. Our company performance is affected by this new corporate culture, and it's really disappointing right now. Therefore, the agenda for today's meeting looks as follows. First, I want to talk about this new corporate culture that the company has been surfacing since a while now. Second, I want to talk about how this new corporate culture is affecting our performance in the market. And lastly, I want to talk about the strategy that we have in order to ensure we mitigate the challenge that we are facing right now. So, let me talk about the first thing that is on the agenda. That is the new corporate culture of this company. Our company was never this laid back. We were undemanding and at this point there is no sense of attention that our employees give to the product quality. Our company has pioneered the industry of information systems. In a place where no technology existed, we created it. And now, at this point, it feels like our employees and managers have become complacent. And this is really disappointing and shameful at this point. Therefore, this brings me to the second point of my agenda, how this corporate culture is really affecting our performance. Now, when I speak of performance, I want to speak of two things, effort and the performance itself. The effort that our employees are putting in is minimal. Our parking lots are empty. Our associate centers are full during the peak hours that we are supposed to work. And this is really affecting the efforts that managers and employees are putting in. And as you might know, effort directly translates into performance. With high effort, we will be able to deliver high performance. But that is not the case right now. We are putting in minimal effort, and this is resulting in minimal performance. Recently, an influential analyst called our company in his article saying that if you are looking for a big earner in your portfolio, there are no places to invest than our company. This is disappointing, and this is shameful for our investors as well as our founders. Nasdaq has grown by leaps and bounds, but our stocks have only grown marginally, or perhaps even stalled. But as we used to be the pioneers, we have suddenly become the trailing edge of this entire industry. And therefore, before these stock prices make its way into our balance sheet and really affects our profit margin at this point, we have to make a decision. We have a choice to make. We stand at a crossroad. Now, if you look towards your right, that is this side, you will see the right path that we are supposed to take. And if you look on your left, there's nothing there. That means that if you do not take the right path, we will be left with nothing. We have to ensure that we take our right path. And when we take the right path, there's a plan of action in sight. We have the map laid out when we take this journey to go to the right path. So, let me draw your attention to the LEAD program that we will be launching soon. That stands as follows. Let go unproductive staff, enhance productivity, engage and advocate for employee engagement, and nurture talent. So, as you might know, this is going to be a long journey, and we want to make sure we have the right team, and you managers have the right analysts, the right software developers on your team that are really able to contribute to your success of your team and your own performance. Therefore, the management has decided to lay off 5% of the staff. Now, it again draws back to the fact that we want to get lean, we want to get in shape, we want to make sure that when we take the right path, we have the right people on board. This brings me to my second point, enhancing productivity. While we are on this journey to ensure that we are being more productive, and now that we have the right people, we want to ensure that we are more productive. But before I get into enhancing productivity, we need to make sure that there is a performance metric in place that can really help us understand the productivity of you and your employees. Therefore, we will be having a performance and contribution metric in place to understand your contribution. Now, while we try to understand your and your team's contribution, all the promotion and hiring will be stopped for a while we understand your contribution at your current job position. Now you must be wondering how all of this translates to enhancing productivity. For this, we will be introducing a time clock system. This time clock system will ensure you and your team are the first people in and last people out. It is time to start filling those parking lots, to stay up in the office and really start contributing at this point. Second of all, the Associate Center will now open at 6:30 p.m. We want our employees to spend as much time as possible in the office. This is what we used to be. This is what we want to be. We want our company to grow, and this is the need of the hour. There is a sense of urgency that we need before it translates to our balance sheet. Next, advocate for employee engagement. Now I've called this meeting of all the managers, and I want you to advocate for employee engagement. This is a management problem and not an employee problem. And congratulations, you are the managers of this. Therefore, I want you to really engage your employees. Make sure your team has the right people that meet the cultural fit, commit to deadlines, and submit and adhere to deadlines. And last but not the least, as we move on in taking this journey, we want to ensure that you and your personal growth also happens as we venture into this uncharted territory. Therefore, we will be having an employee stock purchase program where we will be having a 15% discount so that you can commit to the future of this company. And second of all, we will be having SAP and Microsoft certification for employees who have proven track records of contribution. So once we are able to assess your contribution to this company, we are willing to pay for this grant where you can improve your skills. Now, to conclude, there's a sense of urgency at this hour, and you really have to understand that we need to fix this. The corporate culture has to go back to where it was before it makes its way into our balance sheet. Let's use this as an opportunity to grow. We have the map laid out for this, and we have to make sure we take the right path. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me now. Yes.
Yes. So you're saying that the problem is a managerial problem, right?
Yes.
Then why are we letting go of the lowest 5% of employees? Aren't we letting go of their own people then?
Because we have realized that we have really grown fat while we have grown as a company, and we really want to get as lean as possible and get rid of all the unproductive employees that you have. Therefore, even as a manager, you will have the right kind of team that you want, and therefore, as much as it's an employee problem, it also is a manager problem. So let me end by saying this. We have to make sure we take the right path. I have the right path laid out here on the right side, or else we'll be left with nothing. And therefore, let's use this map to ensure our company grows from this point. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.